Hello, everyone, and welcome to another interesting conversation on the Financial Insight Show. My name is Mwelochwe Sekonda, and I'll be your host, and I'll be sitting down with someone from the financial sector. His name is Chileshe, and we're going to talk about the hot topic of the period, if I can call it that. Chileshe Mono, welcome to the Financial Insight Show.
Thank you very much, Mola. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Chileshe, for many people that might not know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself and the institution that you represent.
All right, thank you very much. So Chileshe Mono is my name, as you said. I'm an economist working under Treasury at FNB Zambia.
Absolutely, that's wonderful. FNB are good friends of ours. They supported us at COP28 last year in Dubai, and we always have very interesting conversations with our friends in the finance sector. Recently, the Minister of Finance had announced, significant progress regarding the debt restructure. We know the ongoing debt conversation has had an impact on not only the economy, but in general on a lot of other things. Now, are you able to just give us a walkthrough from a financial institute perspective in terms of what life has been like prior to when the big announcement came?
Yeah, so it's been a very difficult period. So I'll take you back all the way to 2020. If you remember, that's when the default actually happened, and we saw that our credit rating moved from somewhat an investment level grade to a default grade. So that became an issue in terms of attracting financing into the country, both in terms of portfolio flows as well as FDI. So we've struggled a bit. There has been some progress that has been made since then. So post-election 2021, so then an initial agreement with the IMF and also an agreement with the official creditors, which has helped the sentiment a lot. But we're still not yet at a point where we've reached an agreement which then upgrades our creditor status. So some of the issues that we've been facing are the fact that because there was no clarity around the finalization of the agreement, particularly with the Eurobond holders, what you had is there was uncertainty in the market, and the huge concern was that there could be a revisiting of the local debt into the restructure conversation. So with this now, we now have a sense of clarity, and we've moved closer to a place where we can safely say, look, we're almost at a point where we're closing off on this debt restructure process, and there's certainty to say that local debt will not be included within that restructure process.
Absolutely. I'll take a step back. You talk about country credit rating. Why is that so important? And especially for financial institutions, why do you keep tabs on things like that? And how does that impact the situation that we found ourselves in?
Yeah, so it really speaks to the risk profile for the country, right? So you have these independent rating agencies which give you an indication of
these
where...
These are the Fitch, Moody's, exactly.
Correct,
yes.
of where the country stands. So if a country is considered to be risky and it's in default, that becomes an issue even for the financial sector. To be clear, the default rating was, right now it was specifically in terms of foreign currency, or it is specific in terms of foreign currency. On the local currency rating, we are not in default. We're at sort of just a step up from the default level. But there have been concerns to say if you then include your local debt in the restructure process, you move back into default on that as well. So with this clarity then, we're moving to a place where you potentially get an upgrade even in terms of your local debt rating, but more importantly in terms of your foreign currency debt rating, you move away from that default status, which is very critical to attracting investment within the country.
Understood. And obviously, one can understand why financial institutions have obviously been very excited about the announcement that has come from Ministry of Finance. But are you able to just give us a perspective in terms of going forward? We know that there's still some outstanding matters, but going forward, what does confidence look like going forward following this announcement?
Yeah, so it's safe to say we've already started seeing some of those benefits, particularly from an FDI perspective. So we've seen huge announcements in terms of the mining sector, as well as the energy sector in terms of new investments that will be coming into the country. So you can only expect that with this announcement and, of course, the eventual conclusion of the entire process, you then get to attract a whole lot more FDI coming to the economy, but also in terms of portfolio flows, and by that I mean specifically foreign investors coming to invest into our local debt market, that also becomes more attractive because now there's certainty and also the risk profile of the country also improves. So from a financial sector perspective, what you get to see is that with the FDI coming, you get to stimulate economic activity, which is also positive for local players in the economy. And then that obviously means that from a financial sector perspective, you get to play a bigger role in terms of supporting these entities within the economy to then expand their businesses. So that's really what we're looking forward to. In terms of maybe we can also speak to the fact that from a foreign exchange perspective, there's been a lot of volatility. The expectation now is that as the uncertainty goes away from the market, you could see a bit more stability. Now, to be clear, we're not saying that the currency tomorrow moves to 15, but because there's more certainty, you get to have less volatility or a clearer sense of direction within which the currency is supposed to move. So that's also positive for financial markets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much, Chileshe. And there you have it, a perspective from someone from the financial sector. This has been Mwelo Chwesakunda sitting down with Chileshe Mono of the Treasury team at FNB. Stay tuned for more insights on the Financial Insight Show and get to know.